Welcome to Artrospect, everybody. My name's Arthur, and today I'm going to do an unboxing of the August edition of ApocaBox. So, if you're familiar with ApocaBox or seen some of my other videos, you can definitely tell from the start this one's a little different. So, usually the boxes are red. This one it is black for the Blackout edition. So, this one they're going to be more focusing on urban survival tools. So, definitely a little different from what they usually have. So, let's check it out. Of course, you got your list item here. So, Blackout Edition, August 2016. Of course, you got all the list as well as the retail pricing on here. So, let's check out what we have. So, first item here is a multifunctional headwear. So, this is the ApocaBox multi-scarf here. So, you can definitely tell if you watch some of the other videos of ApocaBox. Creek Stewart, the creator of ApocaBox, he definitely loves his scarves. So, mainly because they're very use it for a lot of different things, multi-functional. So, I don't know if you can really tell here. Kind of lists out a lot of different kind of ways you can use this scarf here. So, use a headband, scarf, wrap it around your head, hair, make it to look a little kind of ski mask like thing. So definitely a lot of things you can use this for, and very compact. You can fit this in your pack. You can fit quite a few of these, very light. So definitely a great thing to have around. So the ApocaBox multi-scarf, they marked this down at a retail value of $5. So let's kind of see. So we got this cool thing here. Kind of looks like a kind of brass knuckle thing, but this is, let's see, Bad Monkey Pair Knuckles. Retail this at $6. So this is a fun little thing. So it also comes with a kind of sticker, Bad Monkey Pair Knuckles. So not an actual brass knuckle thing, but this is actually used to wrap your paracord. So pretty neat little thing. Wrap your paracord, use this, as storage. Oh, definitely not too bad. Kind of like a, I don't really know what the material, plastic like thing, but definitely pretty strong. So, not too bad. And of course, you got some cards here. I think this is, let's see, spells out Nomad. There's an advertisement for next month's box, and of course you got a little advertisement here for Zombie Tender. And for this year, they marked this down retail value at $6. So next thing here, we got Creek's Crow Knuckle? Yeah. So this is a little kind of survival tool here, or a self-defense tool actually. So it has a little holes right here. You can use this as a keychain, and kind of have this point, or kind of looks like crow, that's why. Kind of beak pointed down, and kind of use this, again, as a self-defense tool. Definitely, very strong material here. Hard plastic here. Don't really know what the actual material is, but very strong. You got a point, even kind of like rounded here, but it's very hard and definitely do a lot of damage here. Again, you can put this as a keychain, but kind of for my taste is quite large for if you put your keys in your pocket. But if you have a bag or anything like that, it definitely fits. Holds pretty well, and it doesn't really look like much. So you can definitely kind of pass this off, don't really know what it is, but use this as a survival tool or a self-defense tool. So definitely not bad. It's pretty cool. And here, let's see. Oh, again, and this is marked down retail value at $6 as well. Let's open this up and see what this is. Something in the back there as well. And oh, okay. So this is a mask. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And this is the filters then, I believe. So you can put the filters in here. So we got, yeah, the dust mask and with 2 filters. So this is pretty cool. You know, wrap yourself around the ears and put the filter in through here. You know, definitely in an urban setting, you know, anything goes wrong, you're gonna definitely get like a lot of debris, anything like that, or smoke, whatever the case. You know, good to kind of have a face mask, protect yourself from the debris, smoke, any kind of particles that be around in the air, harmful particles. So that's definitely pretty cool. Kind of thought it was a pouch at first when I saw it, but yeah, little dust mask with 2 filters. So the retail value of this is $9. And of course we got another little patch here, Urban for the Blackout Urban Edition. And they marked this down as $5 retail value. So another patch to add to the collection. And then we got, let's see, the ApocaBox Blackout Urban Kit case. So we got a bag here to kind of hold everything in here together. So definitely you got little straps here and add anything in addition to it as well. Let's open this up and take a look. So definitely gonna, you know, fit quite a bit in here. A lot of straps, little bags. Oh, definitely a very nice bag here. Yeah, not too bad. Medium size. Definitely fit pretty much everything in here, I think. Just kind of what it's used for, I guess. So they marked this down at $15 retail value. Oh, pretty cool. And yeah, we got some cordage here. So this is 50 feet of 2mm Bantam cord. So I guess this goes well with the Knuckles. You wrap the paracord in here and make it a nice little holder here for it. But yeah, definitely not too bad. Always good to have some more cordage. And I believe, let's see, the strength of this is 85 pounds. This is UV, mold, mildew, and rot resistant. So always good to kind of have different size cordage here. So definitely 550 cord is, you know, use that for anything. But if you're using it for like a smaller project, or if you want to just like carry less weight, you know, definitely, you know, this is a lot thinner, smaller, but still can hold good strength of 85 pounds. So you can still do a lot with this, and you know, still carry a lot of cord here with, you know, less space. So definitely not bad. And let's see, the paracord here is retail value at $6. So we got some gloves. So we got 2 gloves here. So let's see, they marked this down at 25 cents for both of them. But again, kind of protect yourself in an urban setting if you need to pick up anything, clean up, you know, anything you want to make sure you don't protect yourself. You know, if you have any cuts or anything like that, this will definitely help protect, you know, any bacteria from entering into your system. So good thing to kind of have around, put it in your bag, and you know, just in case. And you got a little giant zip tie here. So this is a little zip cuff. So kind of use this, you know, zip tie style. Use this as a kind of handcuff thing here. So you can like kind of slip this through, you know, wrap your wrist right here. If you need to, you know, hold anybody, any hostile, you know, use this as, you know, some cuffs. So pretty thick here, so definitely pretty strong and will hold up quite well. So, not too bad. We'll mark this down at $2 for retail value. And we got here a kind of can opener. So this is, let's see. So this is modeled after the P38. So definitely a little more rugged version of it. And you can see like the more standard military issue P38 can openers. Those are a little more, still pretty strong, but a little more flimsier. But this one, definitely a little more solid and kind of like a multi-tool thing here. Use this out as a screw. Well, edging, you got a hole here, so you can put this on a keychain, anything like that. You can carry this around. So again, pretty strong metal as well. So definitely not going to be breaking anytime soon, hopefully. So not too bad. So the retail value of this is $2. And we got a little box right here. Take a look what we have. And this is like a flashlight, I think. So we got a pen torch light. Yeah. That was pretty cool. This is, let's see, LED lighting. And let's see if there's batteries in here. And yes, there is. So, very bright. So this is pretty cool. You can kind of swivel the latch here, and I believe this is a magnet strip here too as well, so you can go hands-free if you have like metal surface. Attach that too. What kind of batteries it takes. So this is 3 AAA batteries. So pretty cool. So, pretty compact. Just a pen light and very bright with magnetic strip on here as well, so it'll definitely come in handy. That's pretty cool. So this marked down retail value at $10. And we got ourselves a crowbar. Kind of like a mini crowbar here. So, very self-explanatory here. Use this definitely a lot of ways here. Kind of prying, pulling out nails, anything like that. Definitely pretty strong. Get a little heft to it, so. But you can still kind of add this to your bag if you like. Definitely will add a little bit more weight to it, but definitely multi-functional tool. Decent size, so you can get a lot of leverage with this. And let's see, they mark this down at so Bantam Pry Bar, $5 for retail value. So not too bad. And we got here kind of like a Mousetrap. So this is, let's see, Urban Small Game Trap. So I'll definitely catch a little larger animal with this. A little more rugged than your standard, wood mousetrap. Let's see, so they say this is proficient at rodent, chipmunks, squirrels, and even birds. So I'll definitely catch a little larger small games with this. So in survival mode, of course. Definitely come in handy. And I believe this is the last thing on the list here. Again, I forgot to say, this is marked down at retail value at $4.50. So this is the Must tool, so multi-use survival tool. Of course, Flat Creek comes in a little bag here. So, got a few of things in here. Alright, So you got some string here. Got some screws, so you got a little project with this. You got the handle. And then you got this part, the blade. So that's pretty cool. So you kind of build it, and yeah, I guess you can use this. So you can use this as like a hatchet to attach it on here or on top for a prying tool. Of course, you got all the tools that you need to make it. So you got the screws, you got the string here as well. More support. So you're gonna use this as definitely many ways. Definitely a multi-tool here, and what I like about it is you can kind of customize it. You can change it up, you know, have it as a hatchet if you need to, and switch it up if it's a prying tool if need be. Well, the handle definitely seems very solid, and let's see, this is, let's see, razor sharp carbon steel. So definitely pretty cool. You got yourself a little project here. Again, you got all the tools that you need, and even for screws here, you can use your can opener at the bottom here. You can use that to screw that on. But you know, you got your string here as well to kind of fasten it. So that's pretty cool. You got a little sheave for the handle as well, or for the blade. Keep it nice and safe. You know, when you kind of attach it as well. So definitely pretty cool. And even if the handle kind of breaks, you can always take it out and attach it to and fashion yourself a new handle. So definitely not too bad. Got all the tools, comes with the bag. You can fit it all in, so not bad at all. So they marked this down at a retail value at $35. So pretty good. Put everything back together. Let's see. Okay, so trying to set this up the best way I can, kind of show everything, but everything's kind of black, so, and yeah, it's kind of same color, so everything's kind of blending in. So, but you know, definitely a great set of items here. Definitely a little different from past box if you've seen some of the other videos, if you subscribe to this. But again, this is a little more themed for the Blackout Edition for more urban setting survival tools. So definitely a lot of cool things in here. You know, you got the mask, you know, crowbar, kind of everything kind of fits in to this bag here. And yeah, definitely not too bad. You got a good haul items here. Definitely very helpful. You can use this as your bug out bag, add this to your survival kit, and definitely a great haul of items here. And to give you a good retail pricing for everything, of course, you know, for ApocaBox, I do a little differently with this one, since a lot of these items are more unique. For at least most of the boxes, you can't really find a lot of these items on Amazon, but for this one, you know, a more urban setting, you can definitely find a lot of these more on Amazon. But just for the sake of make this video a little quicker, just gonna go with the retail value of everything in this box. So if you add up everything in this box together, it kind of comes out at the retail value of $110.75. So again, this box costs $58.95, which includes the shipping. So you get a total savings of $51.80. So definitely a really good amount of savings in this. You know, great items on here. great survival tools. A lot of things you can even use in kind of a daily life thing as well. You know, definitely a crowbar in here. You know, definitely a lot of items you can hear just in case, like the zip tie, handcuffs, the mask if you don't, you know, do any kind of woodwork or anything like that. But great items in here, and definitely a lot of useful things you can use for survival usage. But again, of course, you can kind of find some of these items a little cheaper online, or if you kind of search a little, spend a little more time kind of finding things on here. But still really good value though. You know, $51.80 savings, even if you kind of find these little cheaper items elsewhere. You know, you're still getting pretty good, decent amount of things on here. I mean, I don't think you'll be saving that much more, but I don't know. Depends on what you can find out there. But again, don't want to ramble too much on here, but I thought it was a great box here. I really liked it, and definitely going to add some of these things to my bug out bag. So again, thank you for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button, comment, tell me what you think about it, share it, and kind of check out some of my other videos as well. So again, thank you for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.